You are now locking in with the Wicked Sports Moms. Listen, because the moms, we got opinions too.
Thank you so much for locking in with another episode of the Wicked Sports Mom. I am your co-host Val, and this is my girl Seisha, aka Yonsei, in the building. And yeah, we freestyling one today for real. Like, this is straight off the top of the dome. We're low-key tired as hell. Like,
tired, a little tipsy,
just everything above the sun.
all of the things.
So what is our hot take that nobody cares about today?
So our topic is there's one food that you can keep forever. So it's either pizza, tacos, or burgers. Now, we're going to give a little pause because we want you guys to comment what you would rather have forever. Pizza, tacos, or burgers. One of them, it says one has to go, but
then it says you can only keep one forever.
Yeah, so which one are you going to eat forever? Pizza, tacos, or burgers? Now, Val, which one do you want to do forever?
I'm going with the pizza, and it's not even close.
Why?
I just think it's the most elite out of the three. You can do more with it. It's more versatile. Kids like it more. It's easy, but you can also dress it up or dress it down. And you can't go wrong with it. You can't really fuck up a pizza,
I guess.
What about you? What are we going with?
I'm going with burgers. I feel like they could be really healthy or they could be really fatty. You could make them so many different ways. Kids like burgers, obviously. Adults like burgers. But I think they're good for low calorie stuff too. I mean, I'm not that I'm in a calorie deficit or anything.
How do you like your burgers?
I like my burgers to be honest with you, I like them in a lettuce wrap with cheese and ketchup, mustard, onions. I prefer it that way. I don't always eat it that way because I don't always have a head of lettuce in my house. I always have ground beef in my house, but I don't always have lettuce in my house. So that's how I like my burgers, but typically it's obviously on a bun, but that's my go-to. But I prefer in a lettuce wrap. So I don't know. It's a little healthy.
What is your second? If you burgers was off the table and you got to pick between pizza and tacos, what are you picking?
Tacos, because you can make them so many ways. I feel like pizza is I do love pizza, don't get me wrong, but not that I'm obviously I'm not a health freak or anything like that. I feel like it's empty calories personally, but tacos, you can make them veggie tacos, ground beef tacos, chicken tacos, I don't know.
My first job was slinging pizzas at a pizzeria, so that's probably why.
Yeah, that's why
I'll do the pizza. I'm really picky about it too. I'll eat whatever pizza, but I'd be lying if I say I'm not a little bougie about it.
That's good to know
for sure. But if I'm being honest, I like pizza, tacos, and burgers. So
me too.
It don't really matter.
Yep.
I'm gonna eat it regardless.
Yeah, food is food.
All right, now that we got our unhinged, I feel like that wasn't too bad. We didn't, you know what I mean? It didn't make us go too crazy, but
not too crazy.
I still think it's crazy you pick pizza, burgers over pizza. But
listen, I'm gonna leave here and go to Wendy's.
I'm not.
I'm going to get a Dave single right now.
Not a Dave's double,
whatever, double, single, triple. I don't care.
Okay, all right. So now let's get into some sport topics. You want to start off with the obvious?
What's the obvious?
The shit that got everybody in a chokehold right now.
The 29-point league that was blue. Are we really going to talk about this right now?
That is just. You know what? You know why they lost? Because I fell asleep. That's why. I fell asleep and then I woke up.
They lost because Wemby got a technical foul and the whole game changed after that.
I just don't know how you can blow a 29. It's hard to defend that. You know, you can't really defend that.
I feel like it's things that we understand as Celtics fans, but to watch it in the finals, a team that we're not rooting for, is crazy because Celtics do dumb shit all the time. But
a 29-point lead blown.
I feel like we probably blew a 29-point lead at some point. Celtics fans, we've been through a lot.
In the NBA Finals Championship Series, we blew a 29-point lead. I don't know. I gotta look back in the history.
We gotta look at that Golden State series.
Are the Knicks about to pull off the most unexpected title run in decades?
I would say yes, but anything can happen.
I feel like on paper, Yeah, like they should win because like they're up 3-1 and like the odds of coming back are very slim. I do think anything is possible. They are going back to San Antonio. I wouldn't be surprised if they won the next game. But I think the real challenge is, can you win a game in New York with their fan base around? Because all I've seen is like the Spurs can beat New York when their fans aren't around. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
not trying to like, say that they didn't earn that win because it's hard playing in Madison Square Garden. But yeah, I don't know.
So say the Spurs win the next game at home. This will be game 6. It will be in New York. New York fans are not missing that game. So good luck to them. The only
Yeah.
thing that's going to make them lose is if maybe the president shows up. I don't know. No shade, but that is the only way the Knicks are going to lose.
The Spurs gotta like figure it out. Like I don't know, like how do you? That is just unexplainable. Like I gotta go back and watch the press conferences with the coaches and stuff like that. Because like to blow a 29-point lead, like did you not make any adjustments? Like did you not like? I didn't watch the second half of the game, so that's on me. I gotta go back and rewatch it. But like looking at the box score, seeing how they got outplayed in the fourth, like I almost didn't want to watch the second half because why the hell I want to watch a team blow a 29?
And I'll be honest with you, like I pop in and I watch games. Like I understand basketball. I watch basketball, obviously, but I don't always lock in the way that Val locks in. But I did lock into the second half of that game. And I remember texting Val, I'm like, the momentum changed when Wemby got that technical foul. He stopped being himself because he was obviously afraid of getting more fouls. It just changed everything. Like everything in that building, like you could just see there was a shift. I think New York had a lot of threes. I feel like that's what I remember. Maybe I'm wrong, but I watched the game, but I was like, I shut it off like 2 minutes with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I was like, I'm not watching this shit. I'm not watching them blow a 29-point lead.
Now that you mentioned like the tech, it kind of reminds me of the conversation we were having with Maceo and Tavon. How like nobody talks about defense anymore. If you what you're saying makes total sense because if Wemby is the defensive anchor on that team and you got a tech, we already know that like you're not the most aggressive person to begin with. So I feel like that could be a way that New York is attacking. Well, they obviously want him to get a tech. You see the way they play dirty on him. But you know another thing I want to bring up? How do you officiate someone who's 7'5"?
I know.
Like think about that. How do you officiate? Like fouls look weird on him. We're seeing fouls that we've never seen before. How do you officiate somebody who's that tall?
Literally.
But now that you mention it, yeah, it does make total sense. Like that's your defensive anchor, and he's playing scared defense.
He's scared. He was scared because I think they said one more tech in the playoffs, and he's suspended. So it's like, what are you gonna do?
That's pressure.
And obviously, New York knows how to get in his head, so he's playing scared.
And it's not like he's not mentally strong. Because I admire like his emotional intelligence, but it's just you gotta also think these guys have been playing for like 365. Like you know what I mean? They haven't gotten a break. Both teams. But I think it always comes down to who wants it more. And anything can happen. But the Knicks, I feel like they're just locked in on another level. Like I feel like the way they're playing, like a 29-point lead isn't safe. In an NBA championship final game.
No, that's crazy.
In a series. Like, it's not safe. Like, I went to bed because I was like, yo, I'm not trying to watch a blowout game.
You're like, I woke up to, not a blowout game.
Jacob being like, over here knocked out, like, he's like, wow, the Knicks are about to win. I said, what? How?
No, it was crazy. The Knicks, I think they just play better together. They've also played together for like a few years, right?
Yeah. They've taken a lot of L's together. And again, like we mentioned the other day on the pod with the guys, like Brunson took a pay cut for that team to form. And I don't think people are talking about that enough. Like people don't do that no more.
No.
You know what I mean?
Only Tom Brady.
Facts. Only Tom Brady. You don't hear stuff like that anymore. Only from like the mid 2000s. Like people don't, and rightfully so. People want to get their money. I get it.
They get paid because here, you know what I mean? Anything can happen.
But it's like for you to sacrifice your money because you want to win that bad because you're tired of falling short every single time. You gotta respect it.
But like you said, you brought up that podcast where Cameron was on Stephen A's whatever, and he said he's a Spurs fan, but he's lived in New York his whole life, but he's a Spurs fan, and he said NY stands for next year. Like
because he's hurt. He's hurt. You know how many times you think about us growing up watching the Celtics and how painful it is. Like we talk about going through that pain, even the Patriots, like going through those losses. Like that shit really hurts.
I
You know what I
know.
mean? Like,
It does
so I
hurt.
don't blame him for being like, yo, fuck my hometown. That's the only time that I'm like, yeah, don't root for your own city, because like
That's how we can justify it. But if you live in a state and you root for a different team, like you're a little bit weird to me. Baseball,
I don't
hockey,
I
any
think it's
team,
like
I
the
think it's
people who
weird.
hate their hometown. Like
Home state,
I don't know. I try not to judge, but
like Yankees fan, like Red Sox, like people that live in Massachusetts that are Yankees fans.
like, why you hate where you're from so bad?
Why do you hate us so bad?
It hurt you. Like,
Some people are justified, though. I'll give it to you. Some people are justified, but I don't know.
well, speaking of Jalen Brunson, I got a very interesting question for you. Is this a Nick story or a Jalen Brunson story?
It's a Jalen Brunson story.
I agree. 100%. I agree. I feel like that's like part of me. I don't want the Knicks to win, obviously, but part of me, like the 1% that does, wants to for Jalen Brunson. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see him get that stamp of approval. I want to see him, when's the last time you saw a small guard lead their team to the championship? You know what I mean? It's
So,
just,
like, part of me feels like Jalen Brunson's story reminds me of Isaiah Thomas's story. I feel like that's why I'm starting to have like a weak spot for him, like a soft spot for him, because I'm like, IT did it for us for years, and he was a short king. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
and he plays with so much passion. Like, you
I
just
know.
you can't hate the guy. You know what I mean? I
know.
feel like if you hate Jalen Brunson, you're not really watching. I mean, he got a big ass head and he flops just like everybody else in the league. But
Like,
like to
so
sit
what?
here and hate his game and not admire like what he's done, you got to be like delusional.
Absolutely.
The same shit goes for the Wemby and the Spurs. Like, you got to give the flowers no matter what
No
side
matter
of the coin.
what.
Yeah.
And I feel like after Kobe died, that's when I started to really appreciate like NBA players and like what they do for the game. Like, I was a really big LeBron hater, but once Kobe died, I was like, we gotta appreciate LeBron while he's here, because Kobe died and he didn't. I mean, I don't think he got his flowers. Do you think he did?
No, nobody. I'm not gonna call nobody out. You
No.
know who you are. I vividly remember times before Kobe died going back and forth on how he should be mentioned in the GOAT talk. And everybody, because everybody's an analytic nerd.
Yeah.
Oh no, his numbers aren't this, his numbers are that. And then, tragically, we lost a beautiful soul and his
Oh my
daughter.
God.
And now
so awful.
all of a sudden, though, everybody has him in MVP conversations, like not MVP, GOAT conversations, legacy conversations. Where was that energy before? You could literally like go on YouTube and find the highlights from before he died, like analysis and shit,
I
like
know.
saying that. So I think also Kobe, he introduced that like it's not all about analytics, it's about the mentality. You know what I mean?
Mamba.
Like,
Mamba mentality, right?
It's like, who cares if you're the number one scorer in all time? Like, how many chips do you have?
You don't have 6.
Like, how much hardware do you have? Like,
You
what is
don't
your
have
legacy?
6. You don't have 6.
We digress.
Does he have 6? 5. Kobe?
He has 5. He has 5, and
Almost
he
6.
got 3 of them with Shaq, I believe.
6 in spirit.
Yeah, I think
I
it's
don't know
3.
about the Google
I think
this.
Michael Jordan has 6.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Kobe has 5.
I think he has 5 rings. I know 3 of them came from Shaq, or not came from Shaq. He got them with Shaq.
Yeah, he has 5. Kobe has 5. And like you said, 3 consecutive titles with Shaq.
Yo, that was a crazy time. You just had to be there. I feel bad for this generation of basketball that they'll never get to witness such dominance. Remember when Shaq? Man, and he played all the way to like the mid 2000s.
I know. He was on the Celtics at one point.
He was. That boy was on every team. What team wasn't he on? Like
every NBA team.
Hey, but he advocates a lot for women's sports, so we love Shaq. We love Shaq over here. I don't know if he's a wicked sports dad, but we love Shaq. Like,
we'll take it.
Right. So I gotta pick your brain about some WNBA takes.
I love it.
Or just thoughts in general, because I always got questions for you. I like to learn. I like to enlighten myself. Is the WNBA discourse becoming more entertaining than the actual game?
Yes.
Like all the tea and all that shit that happens outside the court.
I think back to the WNBA All-Stars last year. The Stud Buds. Shout out to the Stud Buds, okay? They basically live streamed the WNBA All-Star weekend nonstop. I'm talking Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So much tea came out and they were so funny. Like Paige and AZ, they kind of came out a little bit, whatever they're doing, whatever. Just so much good content came out, and I feel like I started to take a liking to other players. You start to follow their socials. Like that's honestly how I started to follow. That's how I know so much. I follow all these girls on these WNBA players on TikTok, and I'm like, it's like I know their life. But they're so good. They're so down to earth, I think, at least. There's tea, obviously. Let's just be honest. I'm going to say this. It might come off wrong. It is what it is. They're girls. Obviously, there's more tea. There's no tea in the NBA. They're not sitting there spilling tea. Girls, they're spilling tea. They're spilling drama. They're commenting. They're tweeting. You know what I mean? Like,
they play with emotion.
They play with emotion. It's good, though. The NBA is feisty. The out of whatever. Like,
I'd be saying those the baby mamas start talking about the NBA baby daddies and stuff like that. Like, it gets messy over there, but I feel like with women it's just different because we're more emotional, and like it is kind of, you know, I don't think it hurts the league by any per se, but like I just wish people respected the league a little bit more, like, just because there's going to be discourse in any sport, you know what I mean? Absolutely. But I think it's because it's girls, it's like drama, you know what I mean? When it's not, it's passion, pain. It's like they care, they're passionate about it, they're emotional. So.
But it also shows a different side of like the business, because with the NBA everything is not so socially broadcasted. I don't know if that makes sense. But with the WNBA, it's like the girls are like, here, what you see is what you get. And I remember when the NBA started to get really big, like people would say like the WNBA needs more media training, which, to be honest with you, I think they do. You can go back to like, what do they call it? Like the post-game interviews. Some of them are terrible. But then you have people like Paige Beckers, who went to UConn and is very media trained. Like, she knows exactly what to say, when to say it, how to say it. She's so good at it. But like some girls in the WNBA, they're like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But like, you can't talk like that because people are not going to want to watch your post-game interviews. And that's part of the game. That's part of getting people interested in the WNBA. We want to see what you have to say after you take a big loss or after you take a big win. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which I'm really happy that the league held Wemby accountable on that, because like there's no reason. I know you're mad. I know, I get it, but there's no reason why you should be walking away from an interview from the millions of people that watch you, that put money in your pocket.
It's insulting.
Yeah, like it's kind of like it gives like sore sport, and like that's one thing that me as a fan, take your L's and take them to the chin. You know what I mean? You got to talk to the media. You got to talk to people. I know you're embarrassed, but you got to talk about it. Like,
you got to talk about it.
That's why you're on the biggest platform in the world, like showcasing your skills. So no, I totally agree. I feel like, you know, it's needed, and I think it gives the WNBA a slight edge, because when you start to know players on a personal level, it makes you like them more. I feel like
that's why I follow them all on TikTok.
Yes, sir.
I'm sending Val's TikTok like, look at our girl.
Like, look at our girls. Like,
look at our girls.
So, speaking of like media and, you know, getting attention and all that, which WNBA player needs more mainstream attention, you think? Who's not getting the flowers they deserve right now?
I would say Nafisa Collier, for the simple, one of the big reasons she's not getting the media attention is because she's hurt. She's not playing, but she's nasty. She started Unrivaled with Brianna Stewart, which is a big deal because WNBA players get paid more to play in Unrivaled than they did in the WNBA. It might be different now because of the CBA contract, reconstruction, all that stuff. They definitely get paid more now. But prior to this year, they were getting paid like $50K a year. Caitlin Clark, being the face of the WNBA and bringing all this attention and getting them first class flights, she was getting paid max $60K a year. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, max $60K. There was a max in the WNBA. I'm pretty sure it was like $50-$60K.
That's so sad.
It is.
That's so sad. And then it's like you gotta rely. I mean, they probably make most of their bread off like sponsorships and stuff like that. But still, like you're in a league. You know what I mean? You're an employee. They should pay you a little bit more. But I know I don't know all the business sides of the WNBA. I definitely want to learn more about it, but yeah, no, I feel like she should get a little bit more attention. She's actually the reason why I started watching the WNBA. I saw her playing when they went on that playoff run, and like I fell in love. I was like, this girl is great, and her team, like she knows how to make the people around her better. Is she a center?
I don't know, honestly.
I don't know if she's a center or a power forward.
I'm not good
we'll
with
have to
this
fact
stuff.
check it. We'll have to fact check it. But shout out to Nafisa Collier. We love you, girl.
Yeah,
Always
we
rooting
love
for you no
her.
matter
She's
what.
good. Hopefully she'll be back this year. Also, something about the Unrivaled league I want to mention is that they're protected. Their salary is protected. So say they get hurt in the Unrivaled and they're out for the WNBA season, their salary is protected, which is another good thing because, you know, girls before the WNBA started to make money, they used to go overseas in the off season to make their money because players would go to Russia and make more money than they are in the USA. But now that there's Unrivaled, they can stay in the US and make just as much money, which is amazing because who the hell wants to go to Russia? Look at the whole thing that happened with Brittany Griner. You know what I mean? Like
Crazy.
shit like that would happen.
That was a crazy situation. Like, and she was literally doing something that people in America do. You chalk it up however you want, call her irresponsible, call her stupid, but what she was doing was the same shit that millions of Americans do all the time. Like, let's call it what it is.
It just sucks, but that's like the risk that you take leaving the country. But like these girls had no choice but to go overseas to make money.
She ain't never been the same. She came back different, and I'm not talking about just like her game, like just like her demeanor. She came back super different. Like,
yeah, she's definitely different.
Imagine having to go through all that over something that is so legally here. Something that you can go down the street and get whenever.
But it sucks. That's a risk you take when you leave America. You know what I mean? Like people say, "Oh, say what you want about America," but when you leave America, there's different rules. You got to follow the rules. You know what I mean? Like it's completely different. So it's tough.
I totally understand. That shit was crazy when all that stuff was happening.
Yeah,
I felt so bad, like. Because it's just, but at the same time, it's like you kind of should know better too. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, if I'm gonna go on an airplane, I'm not bringing weed with me. Like, I'm like, what are we doing? Like, just use your common sense. Like,
I know,
but that's just my own opinion.
I agree. Though,
said and done.
Gotta be careful.
Well, me and Seisha were watching the FIFA World Cup today, and we witnessed our first 3 goals together ever in person as best friends. I don't know much about the World Cup. I mean, I know about the teams and shit like that, but I'm not like a soccer nerd by any means. Seisha isn't either, so we're literally gonna figure this out.
Honestly, we don't know shit.
Yeah, if anybody wants to come hop on the pod and like enlighten us,
message us. Yeah, come on the pod. I would
love to learn. Like, I want to get into it. I want to just learn about it and love the game. It's a big deal. It's the World Cup, so
we're excited. It's in America, obviously. I think I googled 7 games that are in Foxborough. I work in Foxborough. So that's pretty cool. I'm not looking forward to the traffic, but I'm excited.
They better give you guys like a VIP route to get around. Sometimes they do that. They better give you guys like a little VIP route.
I know. I'm going to walk to Patriots Place. It's going to take me about 30 minutes, but I'm walking there. I'm going to go check it out.
Girl, you better go get us a hoodie or something.
Get FIFA hoodie. Cost me $100.
Yo, I've been trying to find like Colombian gear because my siblings they're Colombian. So I've been trying to find. They don't have no Colombian gear anywhere.
Really?
All Mexico and Brazil. That's all I see. Mexico and Brazil.
Yeah.
Which there's nothing wrong with Mexico and Brazil.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong, but we want some Colombian gear.
Yeah, I want some Colombian gear, man. What's up with it? Like,
yeah, so if you know where we can get some Colombian gear, drop a comment.
Yo,
send us some.
Wait, you got a crazy story about Joe this week? Did he do anything crazy? I don't have anything for my kids.
Every time I tell my kid I'm going to pod, he's like, talk about me on the podcast, mommy. I'm like, all right. So I'm going to talk about, he gave me a good story today. I got a message from the nurse. He was running at like recess or at rug time. And my kid got a rug burn on his forehead. So that's always exciting.
Did he slide across the
Yes, he did. And it's a little bump, but I mean, I don't know. My kid's crazy.
Well, Joe, I hope you feel better. Shout out to you. We will continue to keep talking about you on this pod because we love you so much. Yes, and I know you love me. I don't care what you say.
Even though you're a Knicks fan, you got a Knicks jersey right now. I'm very disappointed in you and your father, but that's besides the point.
The only person that I will accept being a Knicks fan is Joseph Charles III.
Yes, only.
One and only. That's everybody else.
One and only. Anyone else? You suck.
Everybody else, you're going to get this smoke. I swear you're going to get this smoke. Like, I'm trying to think if I have anything funny to say. I don't got nothing.
That's it.
My kids were boring this week.
That's good. Listen. Boring is good. We're going to Total Wine tomorrow, you guys.
We might fuck around and bring these little mics and give you guys a review.
Oh, we get that Total Wine review? WICK'D Sports Mom's Total Wine review?
The only way to find out is to stay tuned.
No, I don't need to finish what I said.